So some exciting news. If everything goes according to plan, we're going to be darting a wild dog, giving the vet a hand, getting some amazing footage of the whole process.
Welcome to Kruger Park.
I haven't wanted to say much because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not, but basically we came to Berg, we left Crocodile Bridge to come to Berg to help the Endangered Wildlife Trust locate the pack of dogs that's in this area, because at the moment the pack have no dogs with a collar, which makes it a lot more difficult to track their behavior, to monitor them, to look after them, because wild dogs are one of the most endangered predators in the world. So we've been in Berg looking for the dogs the whole time, which is what we do anyway, but even more so than usual this time. And every time we found them in their stationary, we've sent a message to Grant from Endangered Wildlife Trust, let him know where they are. And then he gets in touch with the state vet from Skukuza, a guy by the name of Louis. He's a really great guy. And it just hasn't worked out up until now. The one time we found the dogs, but we found them much too late. Yesterday we couldn't find the dogs, they were on the move too much. We spent the whole of this morning looking for them, basically. Couldn't find them at all. Got a ping this afternoon from Grant saying the dogs have been located and Louis on his way. So we're rushing through there now as well, rushing through at the speed limit. There's a buffalo in the road. We're rushing through there now. They're on the S25, which is right on the boundary of Kruger, right where the Crocodile River is. So we're heading through there now. We're going to go give Louis a hand and hopefully help them collar one of the dogs in the pack. There's now elephants in the road, of course, because when you're in a rush, there's traffic jams, but our traffic jams are elephants, so I'm not complaining about that. Get a shot of that. How cool is that? And as you all know by now, I absolutely love dogs. We're now within about a kilometer of leaving Berg, seeing lion, elephant and buffalo, all three of which we've kind of sped past because we need to get to the dogs. So yeah, we are literally rushing past the lion sighting to go, it's good for good reason. It's to go help a vet tag dogs. We're hopefully going to get to be right next to dogs, out of the car, real hands-on stuff. Last time I did this with Endangered Wildlife Trust, they took blood samples and all sorts of other things. So it's a whole process. It's all part of the monitoring program for the wild dogs in the park. Sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm very excited. So we found the dogs. We've got a couple of factors working against us now. It looks like there's some rainy weather coming in, which I don't think we'll be able to dart the dog if the weather's bad, because there'll just be the risk of tracking it. Because after the dog started, it's not that often that they go down and sleep straight away. They normally run off a little bit. So we'll have to track them. If the weather's really bad, there's a risk that we won't be able to find them. And then the vet won't be able to administer the antidote. And so that will really put the dog's life in jeopardy, so we won't do that. Also, there's elephants in the area.
The dogs were chasing them.
There were some dogs, and Ellie is having a little bit of a standoff/play now, but the dogs are stationary again. And there's impala about 50 meters in that direction, so there's a chance that the dogs could just get up and start running. And if they don't run along the road, which they do like to do, they do tend to run along the roads, but if they don't run along the road, we'll lose them in a couple of 100 meters. So hold thumbs. There's a lot that could go wrong. The vet just messaged me. He's 15 minutes away. That would make it 5:30 when he gets here, which means we'll either be late for the gate, they give us special permission hopefully, or we're gonna have to leave as he gets here, which would really suck. Also, the dogs generally start hunting at 5:30 from the behavior that we've observed over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So hopefully this pack stays down for now, and Louis can get here, we can observe them, he can choose the correct dog to put the collar on. We can dart the dog and get it all done. But yeah, there's a lot of factors coming to a head right now. It doesn't help as well that I'm enormously excited. This is incredible. This is my favorite creature in the world, and we're about to help the conservation of them. Hands-on conservation with these animals, which is really amazing. So, hold thumbs that all works out. Oh no, they're busy waking up, which normally we're very happy about because it means that we might see them hunt before we have to run to get the gate closed. But tonight, we don't want them to get up just yet. We want them to sleep in.
The guys behind me is actually going to dart quickly. It's Lefunu.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I'll just see if we can get close to them, otherwise I might call them.
Okay. So Louis here, the vet, he's actually not going to be doing the darting. One of the other vets is going to be doing the darting today. They're going to see if they can get close enough to do it, but if not, they have a call that they can use. They'll bring the dogs out onto the road and then they can do the darting. You can actually hear in the background Louis is using a recording of the dog's long-range call, which dogs use to locate each other when they're separated. He's using that to get the pack moving so that he can get a shot on the correct dog. There's a whole bunch of tourists here and everyone's in the way, so it's making it very hard to do this. So one of them just got darted, Louis just darted one of the dogs, so now they're going to monitor the dog, and I think as soon as the dog goes down, they'll then chase off the rest of the pack.
So we're collaring a female from each pack in the park, and then we just to help us see where they are, and then also see whether they walk into areas where there's big risk like snaring or disease, maybe whether they come in contact with domestic dogs, and just to see whether if we need to follow up on them. It's easy to find them, especially with a snare. It's quite difficult to find them. So if someone reports a snare, and then by the time we get there, they're normally away, but now then we've got a collar. And that's the idea. And then with any wildlife, if you get a chance to sample them, you sample as much as you can, so you don't have to sample again if someone else wants a sample. It's not wasted.
So where is the rest of them now?
They're very close by, and you'll see when we wake them up, they'll wake up quite quickly and they'll run and they'll find each other within a few minutes.
What's the range on that long-range call of theirs, Louis?
We're calling a pack, and then it was the wrong pack when they came in, so we went about 8 kilometers away, I think 7.5 kilometers away, and we called to see if the other pack would come in, and that same pack came to us. So we realized after the dart that one has quite big teeth, which means you might be the alpha. It's not ideal to take the alpha because they go underground a lot. You don't want to dart them unnecessarily. So then we just did the second one to be sure, rather. Sure.
And do alpha and beta both have pups, Louis?
Normally not, but sometimes you do get it. If it's a little bit too far apart, then the second litter actually gets killed, and then if they're close enough and then they're lucky, then the alpha will actually take them as their own. But it's not normal, but the beta does help. Like all of them actually help with but there has been, I think, as far as I know, cases of the beta lactating. So she would actually help with.
60,000 rand for the collar.
For the collar, yes, and then only that battery is 5,000 rand.
Wow.
So it's not a pen light. Our best to get some cheaper options. Technology is improving, obviously, but it's one thing to get something that works as well for a week or two, but something that's reliable for 3 years. That's the problem. Okay, so we just done collaring this dog, and it's done well. The samples are all taken, the other dogs are coming back, sun is setting, so we have to quickly wake these ones up so they can join the pack again.
So that was absolutely incredible. They darted 2 dogs. They darted the first dog, and then they saw that she had swollen teats, and they realized that she might be the alpha female. And the alpha female is in and out of burrows the whole time. And I think the honest reason, he didn't say it, but I think the alpha female's got the highest chance of dying. So they then darted a second dog, used the opportunity to take samples on both dogs though, only put the collar on the second dog that they had darted though. Absolutely incredible, was a huge success, everything went well. They administered the antidote and the dog shot up and started running around. The pack actually came back while we were working to investigate, which is just incredible, you know. As I keep on saying, what I love most about wild dogs is what incredible social animals they are. But yeah, absolutely magic day, incredible experience, words don't even describe it. We are truly blessed to be able to do these things at the moment, and long may it continue. I will keep working for free as long as we can keep producing work like this and having experiences like this, because it really is incredible. It's quite life-changing.